Hi guys, welcome back to The Spot. And the spot looks a little different right now, but that's because we're on holiday. We're taking a quick break. And today we're here at the Inagbe Grand Resort and Leisure, which is on Inagbe Island. Resort, yes. So we're
chilling.
Matt's chilling, man.
I don't want to do any talking. I just want to relax and put my feet up. And
so they tuned in to watch you relax.
Yeah. My friend, if you don't talk.
Well, if you're just joining us here, we're at Inagbe. We took a boat ride to get here. Yeah. So we're chilling at the reception, waiting to get into our rooms. And while that is being sorted out, we're just going to continue with the show before we go in.
Yes.
And it's going to be a fun week, I think.
It is. We have a lot of things to get up to. And we have some guests who are also going to join us. Yeah. And as you can see, we're nice people. We like to bring people out here for a break.
Have fun with us.
Have fun, I'm nice like that.
I like how you're so magnanimous now that you're in Inagbe.
I know, right? I can't help it.
Yeah.
So in true spot fashion, we have an African proverb.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Which is, well, translated from Arabic.
Yes.
So, and it reads, it's a very straightforward proverb. It reads, travel teaches how to see.
Yes.
Travel teaches how to see.
Yes.
Yeah, because pretty much because you get to experience different cultures and traditions and see different places which you can bring back home. It reminds me of another popular saying or quote that reads, "The world is like a book, and those who don't travel only read the first page."
That's it. Yeah.
Or read one chapter.
Or read one chapter or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which is pretty true. I love to travel. I
think most people love to travel. Most people just can't afford to travel.
Yeah. You know, there's people who don't actually...
I said most people,
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who don't like to travel.
I know a few people who just, they don't want to go anywhere. They're like, no, why do I need to go? Why? Where I am is fine. I'm just like, but people, they're like, there's people here. I'm like, well, food, there's food here. I'm like, all right, I can't, okay.
There's a blogger
that's how you feel.
that I follow. I've been following for like maybe a year or two now. Her name is Fisayo Long. Gosh, I can't remember the name of her blog, but I know that she travels a lot, and she goes to all of these exotic locations, and she's out here paddling a little boat in Taiwan, and with a snake in Singapore, and I'm just like,
you want that life?
I so want that life so bad.
That's the thing. When I see all these exotic, I'm like, Father, one day, let there not be. I just need the world to open up its borders, so I don't need to get a visa for every single place I need to go. Everywhere I need to go is like, bring your blood samples for your visa, But
before we give you anything.
Definitely, I think traveling does expand the horizons. I think there's even if you don't go out looking for, I'm going to travel because I want to learn how. No,
it just happens.
It just happens. It just
you realize that
absorb it.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest problems with life generally, tribalism, racism, xenophobia, all of that. When you have a perception of somewhere, of some people, of something, and because you've never been, it's based on what you hear. I mean, we talked about the danger of a single story and all of that. Africa is this place where there's just monkeys roaming around. Then you come to Lagos, or you go to Cape Town, or you go to Nairobi, you're like, there's actually a lot happening here. There's business here. There's middle class. There's a lot happening. So if you don't go, you won't know.
Yeah, I definitely like to encourage the government or whoever's listening to please invest a little bit more in our, the touristic, our own touristic elements. Because I went to Ocean State. We were shooting at the waterfalls, and we drove past like
Jesha, right?
Yeah, in Jesha, and we drove past like Ibadan and stuff. And I was just so excited because I don't get to go out of Lagos that often. And then when you get there, like you look at everything and it's not like super well kept, and you have these drummers who are just trying to
keep it alive
somewhere, but they don't get that many visitors. So I definitely like a little bit of work in that department.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know, what do you think are some of the biggest things you've learned from somewhere that you've traveled to?
Gosh, the biggest thing I've learned,
I think for me was sorry.
I don't know if there's something I can't really tell you the things that I've learned. I can tell you the things that I really enjoyed. So food, like just experiencing the different types of dishes and being able to just get lost in the city. Like when a lot of people think about coming to Lagos, Nigeria, sometimes they're quite scared about going out on their own and exploring. So going somewhere else where you can just get out of your hotel, get a leaflet, and just go anywhere and experience the city in like maybe 2 days. That's quite the freedom of doing that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Very, very, very true. I think Ethiopia was one that opened my eye a lot. I think I had a very weird perception. I don't know what I thought about it, but I honestly didn't think it was as good as it would be when I went there. You know, you see a lot. All I knew about Ethiopia were the runners.
Yeah.
Gabriel Selassie and other people who do the long distance running. I really had no idea. First of all, the airport is beautiful. I think because Ethiopian Airways is sort of the biggest revenue earner for the country or something along those lines. So they invest a lot in like their air travel. The airport is beyond amazing. So you land, you're like, oh wow, it's almost like dollars in DC.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they kind of fashion it along those lines. And the country's nice. They have a rail system now that's beautiful. You know, so going there definitely changed my perception of what I thought Ethiopia was.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for me in general, almost everywhere I've gone,
There's always something.
There's always something, right? But something that is a common thread, I feel like, is our sameness. You know how you just feel like because someone lives somewhere else, they've just got to be just different. And of course, there are differences. But in essence, there's still our sameness, right? So people are still people wherever you find them. You know, no one's an alien. They don't, feast on, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we always feel like everyone is so they must be. No, and it's just the common things that bind you together. And sometimes you see something funny, and the person that's sitting across from you in the train or something saw it, and that was funny too, and you share a smile, and it's like, so it's just that. So I think we are going to go on a break. When we come back, we will still have more for you guys here on the spot, chilling at Inagbe Resorts and Leisure. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Spot. If you're just joining us, don't go anywhere. It's The Spot. We're having a special edition. We're going to be here all week at the Inagbe Grand Resort here in Lagos. And we're going to continue with the show now. It's time for today's trend. And we're going to be talking about the beach culture in Lagos. The Sunday beach culture in Lagos.
Sunday and Saturday.
It's actually more Sunday.
It's more Sunday, but now it's seeping in.
Yeah, Saturday still.
Monday to Friday.
She's the Saturday rocker.
Yeah, that's actually claiming Saturday.
Really
Monday to Friday, work hard, play hard, party Friday night into Saturday. And then somehow people still have the strength to wake up at like 11, 12. And
to find a boat.
And go out and take off. And everybody's you bring juice or you bring this
you bring
and so
the
on.
meat.
It's a big thing in Lagos on the weekend. People come to places like this, you know, to spend the weekend away from all the bars and the hustle. And I think Elegushi made it a big deal. There's a beach in Lagos called Elegushi Beach.
But wasn't Elegushi more famous for Sunday night?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that was when it kind of made Sunday like a day to go away.
But can I just say the people at Elegushi are not like human beings.
The gush.
The goosh. Sunday night at the goosh.
I've been like,
I think twice. The first time I went, I was just not okay because people were climbing things that couldn't be climbed.
What are we talking about?
The party scene, like there were people hanging from like
the ceiling
pillars at the beach house. It's wild.
I don't think it really happens anymore.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of beach houses have closed down. They had an issue with like flooding and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only been to Elegushi once, and it was daytime/evening. And so I feel like I left before any craziness, because I went for Giddy Culture Festival, the first one. And I haven't actually been back since then, so that was last year.
But I think I understand why Sunday would be, because you find out Lagos, like you said, Monday to Friday is a lot of work. Friday nights we party in the clubs or something. Yeah. Saturdays are very famous for weddings here.
Yeah.
So it's very rare to find out you have a Saturday thing outside of town and people come for it because I have a wedding. But Sundays are like the day for
just chill
and Mondays walk. And people still go out.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is that they still rock. Grill of the Pen, isn't that on Sunday? And that's super big now.
I don't understand Grill. I can't even go.
I haven't been.
No.
Yeah, I just keep looking at like pictures online. But it's huge.
It's wild.
I don't know what it is. I feel like Saturday is the day that you should chill. But because we have so many weddings on Saturday,
you can't.
Sunday becomes the day you should chill. But then our chilling is never like stay at home and read a book.
Where is it happening?
No, it's it's Mented Moda, or I've got to go to Gullet the Pen, or let's just go to the Gush. Like guys, when do we rest? Even God rested.
No, zero chill.
Come on, rest at Inagbe.
There we go. There we go. That's
so yeah, if you're in Lagos on a Sunday, look for friends who have a boat.
Because that's another thing. Like I can't. Yeah,
the boat is the most important part of the
whoever has the boat is the person that's leading. That you should know. Because you can't just like pull up and be like, hey, let's go.
Yeah,
you go to swim there.
It's always something. Alrighty. So time for a spot of music. And what are we checking out?
It's a new video by Ianya and Diamond Platnumz. They've done a couple of songs together. Yeah, I think they've done one in where's it from? Tanzania. Escaped me for a bit. I think called Nakupenda or something.
Okay.
They have one here, and it was shot in Lagos. This new swanky hotel.
Okay.
Called Maison Fahrenheit by the poolside.
Yeah.
They had a pool theme. I think they were both trying to toast the same babe or something, So it was basically, I mean, we're looking at a video because, I mean, it has a pool theme. We're going to be doing a lot of that here today as well. Looking at, and there's a couple of videos that have been shot around pools and beaches and stuff by artists generally. P-Square have one very famous one with Monachi called
Ifunaya. That was the whole running on the beach thing, and I don't think
very
people,
Indian.
Yes,
she was hiding behind trees. I
don't think we really had that many. Yeah. Well, one vintage beach video, although it wasn't romantic, is Rumba Dance.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of the song, Mike Okri Rumba Dance, and they were by the beach, and it was like raffia. They were wearing like raffia headbands and like grass skirts, and they were drumming and they were doing stuff like that. So that's another one that I remember.
Okay.
Cool.
We didn't actually talk about this gentleman's recent trip. Did we talk about you and your trip? Because I'm not over it. So Ebuka had the cheek to go to Paris and Monaco for the Grand Prix, and Nice as well. And he was there flaunting all of his clothes.
I didn't flaunt anything.
Being cool, taking pictures.
Standing next to Solange.
No, can we talk about Solange? Can we talk about the Solange moment?
Okay, tell me, how did that
So we're at the Mattel 300 event, and then there were a lot of celebrities there, but mostly European celebrities, British actors and all of that. I'm like, okay, he's there, he's all right. And then I just noticed a few cameramen went to somewhere person. I was just like, when you're like, no. Why is she here? And then, of course, I was there with Toke and went up to her. I'm a fan. She was like, she was extremely nice.
Did you like say anything else?
Yeah, I just said no. I went to her. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you. She's like, oh, nice brooch. That brooch I put on my table. I'm like, Solange likes you. Yeah, I was like, can I get a picture? She's like, sure. So then she put her hand on my shoulder. I'm like, what's really going on?
I think someone on Twitter now commented. I think I saw that. So that see how Ebuka's face just put. He didn't know what to do with himself.
Honestly, I was starstruck. I can't even lie. Because I was just like, why is your hand here? And it was really interesting because I find that I don't know with the Europeans. I don't know whether it's them and American celebrities. They're not as with celebrities. So they were there for a while and they were just really, there wasn't like a buzz around them.
Okay.
I felt like it was like an American party with a lot of people like us. They would have been, because there were journalists there. They were there for like an hour. She was there, I keep forgetting her name now.
Not Rosamund Pike.
No, not Rosamund Pike. She's black. She's a black African American.
Gabrielle Union, Kerry Washington.
There are a couple of people there. My phone had died at that point.
Ebuka.
Power pack.
Nowhere to be found.
All right, we're going to go on a break now. When we come back, we're moving into our chalet and we will have our special guests with us, still rocking the Inagbe Grand Resort. Please stay with us.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to The Spot. Now, I know we said we were going to our chalets, but we were walking past and the pool just looked so nice. We're like, nah, we're just gonna sit here and stay. Anyway, we're still here at the lovely Inagbe Resort, and we've been joined by a special guest. Whoop, whoop. Yes. The person who is hosting us here today, Mr. Jide Fadairo, the GM of Inagbe Grand Resort and Leisure.
And he came bearing gifts.
He came bearing gifts.
Because you saw before we were just sitting there thirsty, like, and he came through. He was like, "Do you know what? Just hook my people up." You know,
yes.
Thanks for the drink.
Welcome, and thank you for hosting us.
It's our pleasure.
Yes.
Our pleasure. Thank you for coming.
How is business booming now?
Well, we are booming. Business is not booming yet, but the prospect is there, and that's the key thing here. Yeah. But we do know, we have a vision, and you just work towards that, and our goals, achieving our goals, slowly. But we do have a really master plan for tourism in Nigeria.
Is it a secret? Are you going to share?
Yeah.
No, pretty much what you see is what you get. I mean, you're here. I'm glad you guys are here. You're here on ground. Inagbe, it's Inagbe. We're just actually adding our own 2 cents to tourism in Nigeria, which is really, in my words, I would say untapped potential in Nigeria. I mean, we travel. Most Nigerians are well-traveled.
Well, we're well-traveled, especially to shop. Maybe not necessarily
exactly.
to
relax.
Relax.
That's you're right about that, because people we say we we're going on vacation, but do we really go on vacation?
Walking the streets to all the stores.
You can't wait to just drop your bags in the hotel and then run out to go shopping. Yeah, so you're right. But here it's pretty much we're trying to create a one-stop shop.
Yeah,
for tourism.
Yeah. Because Nigerians are so like. We live in this fast-paced community, and then when you come over to the resort, everything is just still. So I feel like, isn't it hard to convince people to step out of that crazy world and take a break?
Well, yeah. Well, see, one of the things that one of our mission is to actually teach people how to really relax. Because like we just talked about going on vacation, but you really don't rest. Yeah. So it's one of the things that you just really need to put in people's mind. If you're going on vacation, you're going to rest. You're going to relax. But then it also matters where you're going. Does matter. If you come to a resort, all the amenities in the resort, that would really give you that effect of that you're actually relaxing. So those are the things that we are putting in place here. You haven't been on the tour of the whole thing, but we will see more.
Can't wait to see.
I know. Looking
I know you guys are
here.
You guys are here for a week.
Yeah. So
a week. Okay.
We're trying out a few different things.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And I know. Inagbe has a lot of things to convince people to relax. Like we have the pool. We're right next to the pool. You have the bar. And what other activities can people kind of take part in?
Got the floating lounge. Now, first of all, the first thing that we thought of when we created the Inagbe Resort, and Inagbe Resort is a brainchild of unfortunately, my principal can't be here today. It was supposed to be both of us, and that's Mr. Ayeye Ogunwusi. I know he would be really pained because he would love to. He would have loved to be here, just to show you guys around and talk about Inagbe. The first thing that, if you notice it, there is no road access to Inagbe. So your experience actually starts from when you're in the water. So you drive to the jetty, you park your car, you get on the boat. So the anticipation, okay, I'm going to a resort now, but the 15 minutes ride gives you that, that prepares you. Like, okay, then when you now get off the jetty, and I saw you guys when you guys coming off, like, okay, and that's the effect. We just want to grab you right there. When you step off the boat, the whole ambience just grabs you. And that's it. Once we're able to do that, I think we've
halfway there.
Like
just to expand the discussion a little bit, because I know we're going to be talking about tourism in Africa, and something I wanted to touch on is most people, when they think about tourism on the continent, it's mostly wildlife. People think, oh, we're going to see lions and we're going to Serengeti and all of that. And this is sort of a different sort of tourism for people. Because when you think Lagos, you think, like you said, the noise, the hustle, the traffic. Yeah. And we're just, like you said, I mean, Apapa is across.
Yeah.
But it's quiet, it's serene and all of that. So how much of, is this a niche market, you think? Is this something that's still very new to a lot of people? Is this something that people maybe across the continent are going to start looking at or should be looking at?
I don't think it's new to people. It's just that it's new to this terrain. And we experience all these things mostly outside, the country. But we have the potential here. I mean, we have the land. I mean,
so it's more a Nigerian problem. It's not a problem.
Well, not a problem. Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people do talk about, like a concept. You sit down, you conceptualize an idea, but you never really implement. And that's the difference between Inagbe and other resorts. I mean, but if you look at tourism in Nigeria, tourism makes up about 12% of the GDP.
Something like that.
Which is very low.
Very low.
And for us Nigerians,
that's mostly business tourism.
Well, exactly. Yeah. See, so we really need to tap into that and just go all the way. But now we have a huge advantage because we're sitting on 1,000 acres of land, and of complete, just when you say tourism, really, I mean, just with the master plan, we have a whole lot of things in place, that we just slowly implement. We've only utilized about 100 acres out of what we have.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Oh god.
Yes, we've got our own private beach. I mean, I would go down the list, of the things that you can experience here. Like Ebuka was talking about the wildlife and all. We do have that, but not yet. That would be like a zoo type of thing. Okay. But we do have friendly animals. That will be
domesticated.
Yeah, exactly. So friendly, domesticated. Yeah.
Cool. Well, cool. Seems like there's a lot going on, and we're going to still be talking more about tourism here in Nigeria, and of course outside of Nigeria and the rest of Africa when we come back from this short break. So please stay with us. Hi guys, welcome back to The Spot, and The Spot is here at the Inagbe Resort and Leisure. Yes, but I missed out the grand part.
Yeah, very important.
Because it is very grand. It is quite grand. Yes. 1,000 acres of grand. I mean, can I get like 7, maybe like 12? Just,
maybe like 20.
I mean,
and then we
it's
can
just small, just a small.
Don't listen to them.
We can start you with a plot.
Okay, that's not bad. That's actually okay.
What do you have to do with a plot of land?
Maybe a little playground for the kiddies when they come over. I'm thinking
big,
right?
Yeah, I'm moving.
We could do that. You could start with that. We actually have a platform where you could build your own. We build your own beach house.
Right.
Yes, I read that in the
brochure.
That's part of the package. Yes.
Hey, gosh.
Okay.
So if you have some cash,
let father be a credit alert. All right.
So we're talking about Africa and
tourism.
Just to go around. What are some countries you look at on the continent that you think, okay, this is maybe a model, right? Or these base at least for the standard that should be for the continent. What countries do you look at and you say, okay,
well,
this is
first of all, starting with Africa.
We're talking Africa, of course.
Yeah, we've got the Gambia. We've got Ghana. I mean, especially the Gambia.
That's West Africa, yeah.
Yeah, that's West Africa. But mostly when people come here, they always, talk about, oh yeah, this like the Gambia.
Something like this.
Yeah, actually, that is actually true.
And then we always have to look. This is the new Gambia. Because you don't have to go to Gambia anymore.
Yeah.
But they're African brothers and sisters. But then again, we use what we have. But
Gambia has done very well with selling the country, especially internationally. Correct. You find that I know that with like South Africa, for example, they've sort of tweaked their tourism policy to attract more Africans. So they're trying to get Africans to come and visit South Africa more. But Gambia has a huge international market. Like you go there, more than half the people at the beach are not Africans. They have a lot of Caucasians.
I think they have in the summer. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean Africans come in.
Yeah.
A lot of Nigerians go there.
But they have packages where it's like they have like special flights and stuff where it's literally just like from places in Europe, like I don't know, Sweden and whatever, and they just come and they just pack everyone. They plan it and then like everyone just comes over and they have
and that's another thing that we're trying to get, because we're not just attracting markets from Africa, just really from the diaspora as well. People from, Europe, United States of America can come directly here, but we just have to create that platform
for them.
But isn't it hard to create that sort of model where, because Gambia is a small country.
Yes.
I mean, Gambia is about 1/5 of Lagos by population.
Yeah, and it's
and all of that. So
yeah.
it's easier for them to go around the logistics and all of that. Nigeria is extremely vast. There's Inagbe, it's beautiful. There's a lot of things to see in Lagos, but there's also Borno, there's also Benue, there's also, I mean, how do you plan something like that, for example, where you have a package? Do you sell Nigeria as one? Do you sell Lagos? Do you sell sites?
Everything. Just, you have to break it down. Now, first of all, what we're creating here, we don't just only have resort. Now, there's a two-part to this entire project. We've got the resort and we've got the commercial side. Now, the commercial side consists of a theme park, a water park, yes.
Okay.
We've got outdoor restaurants,
Nice.
5-star luxury hotel, 3-star luxury hotel. All of them will be situated at the ocean side. Now, when you have that, something with an entire family, more like a Disney,
mini city,
like a mini Disney,
Right.
which-
So there's
which-
something for everyone. The kids
Yes.
can do
Yeah.
something. The adults can do
and
something.
exactly. And then that resort is definitely different from
from that.
theme park. I mean,
Oh,
but so theme park resort. But we have the land. We could do that, and that's exactly what our master plan is. But we have to start stages.
Yeah.
And that's why when I said 1,000 acres, you're probably thinking, what are we going to do with it?
'Cause that's a lot.
That
It
is
is
a
a lot.
lot.
Yeah, it's actually. I mean, but that's the entire plan, for this place.
Okay.
And then I mean, you could just think when that's in place, which it's we're creating a city within a city, and no one has that, really. And the land that we have, we're so fortunate. The land that we have here, no one has that. You can't.
Yeah, it's
1,000
Has
acres in one place. So that's but you have to take full advantage of that. I mean, there isn't anything else you can put on this type of land other than that. So when with that done, I think that would definitely put Nigeria on that platform to compete with international.
Solidly,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And that's exactly what that's our goal.
Especially Lagos, because like when I think about tourism in Nigeria, I go straight to like Cross River.
Okay.
Because we've been to a few different spots
Spots,
and do Obudu Ranch and
Yes,
stuff like
yes,
that.
you have
And
that.
so that's what I instantly drive myself to. So it would be nice to think of that alternative side of Lagos being this place where you can
Yeah,
just
because
go away.
Lagos being the hub of business. in
Yeah,
Nigeria,
commercial. So it's just go, 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 go,
it's,
go.
It's easier, to
It automatically attracts visitors
exactly.
anyway.
Yeah, so there should be something
Yes.
for them to also relax with after doing all that hustle and bustle.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's that. I mean, you guys experience it too. The advantage. 15 minutes, you're here.
Yeah.
And
stuff.
and then you're here now. It feels like you're like
away,
I
like
know.
really
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
It's really
Yes.
nice, actually. It kind of reminds me a little bit like when you just, I guess maybe anything that takes you away from like this super crazy hectic lifestyle reminds me of like, okay, I went to the Gambia a few years ago. So yes, that definitely, this does remind me of the Gambia. I was in Rwanda last year.
Okay.
And Rwanda is another place that obviously they're really going hard for the tourism. They've got the
Wow.
eco-tourism with the conservation
Right.
of the gorillas. And then they've got the regular, I suppose, tourism, which they're just trying to make sure that things are in place that people can come and they can do different things
Different
as
things,
well.
right.
So that's a place in Africa that I definitely also admire for their tourism.
There's a policy that's quite controversial in China. But they're a communist country, we're democratic,
Right,
so
we're
we can't
democratic.
directly adopt that. But it's something that has helped their tourism industry a lot. The idea of staycations, where
Yeah.
you have people moving from, there's a battalion of people from Kaduna coming to Lagos to spend the Chinese New Year,
yes.
stuff
Yes.
like that. It's almost a policy in China where you go to the Forbidden City in Beijing, and there's trucks and trucks of people coming from different places because they came to see the Forbidden City.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tourism in China is mostly driven by Chinese people visiting across the cities and across
Right,
towns
right.
and all of that. Without it necessarily being a policy here, can it be a policy here? Something that we can look at.
Okay, I'm going to let you think about that for a few minutes. We're going to go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the spot, guys. We're still here at the Inagbe Grand Resort and Leisure here in Lagos, in Nigeria.
West Africa. Oh yeah, finish. West Africa.
The world, the universe.
The galaxy. Okay.
And of course, we're here with your guard at top.
Yes, so.
And before the break, I asked the question about China's policy where indigenes have to travel across the country a few times a year and all of that to encourage tourism. Is this something we can look at here? Maybe not necessarily as a policy, but how do you encourage people to visit Nigeria, more Nigerians?
Well, pretty much, like I said, the first thing is you teach people how to go on vacation. And what people will look at is what facilities you have, what are the programs that you put in place that would attract people to come. Now, to answer that question, first of all, China is a communist country. We're a democratic country. So yeah, your door is pretty wide open to everyone. But like I said, the fact that we are on water, also gives it a little bit exclusivity. But then, like I said, your platform is what attracts people. And for Inagbe, I don't think it's hard at all because it's a never before seen project. So right there, that just says it all.
I was going to say, sorry, we have to make sure it's affordable.
I was going to say,
it is very affordable.
For whom? Because sometimes people complain about
what I'm getting at is when the average Nigerian, when they think about taking a break, it's either at a season like either Christmas or your Easter or something like that. And you saved up for that period because you're either going to have a party when you get home or there's people to give money to and so on. So for some people, it's easier for them to say, hey, I want to go for the weekend to Ghana or whatever, but it's not as affordable for the everyday person. So how can we?
Those are seasons that that a lot of people will be off and a lot of people will be looking for where to go. And that's where you now create a package, which you track the volume and then you drop the rates. So we have all.
I guess there's a lot still to learn for a lot of tourism practitioners in Nigeria, not just in Inagbe, I'm talking about generally.
Correct.
With things like this, knowing what seasons Nigerians like to travel a lot and what they want to travel to do, for them to stand on and say, okay, at Christmas, for example, I'm going to do so and so that people can come here as against going to London where it's snowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I guess we still have a lot to learn.
Yes,
and people like you can set the pace.
And we're learning. We're learning as you go. I mean, the ideas are there. That's the thing. You just don't talk the talk, just walk the walk as well.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Great stuff indeed. Okay, well, there's something that we like to do on the show. So even though we're somewhere else, we're still going to do some of the same things, and it's called Social Media Roundup. That's where we kind of get our comments from online, and then we just respond to it, or
so or they don't think that we're in Inagbe and forgot.
And we forgot them. We remember you guys. So. Okay, so.
But you didn't bring them.
No, well, they're here in spirit.
In spirit, yeah. So we have one from Twitter from @NigerBigDaddy, and he says,
that's one of our favorite viewers.
He comments a lot,
Wow.
Says, "Dear the spot, your quick breaks are damn too much. Kilode."
Big Daddy.
I think we've explained this several times
to him. Yeah.
I mean, not even to him, just in general. We have to take a break. It's just what.
And we have to pay bills.
We have to pay bills
because the vacation costs money. So we have to. Pay bills and people.
And we're on a broadcast clock. There's actually a broadcast clock, and it tells you when you have to start, when you have to take a break, etc. So we're just sorry. It's the rules. We got to do it. Sorry. You'll be alright.
Wow.
What? Okay. And then at Lil Miss Annie, also on Twitter, says, "I love this show. Can't believe it took me so long to follow you guys. Why did it? Wish Lamide would give me ideas on what hair to do for prom." We already talked about this, Annie.
You did?
Yes, we did. Okay. I mentioned this. I sent her a message.
Okay.
And she was like, "Yeah, but everybody does that. Give me another idea." I was like, "Girl, you better go on YouTube."
Faith in you.
I was like, do an updo. An updo is always elegant. She goes, "Yeah, but everybody's gonna do an updo." I'm like, "Annie, I don't know what to tell you. Send me your prom pictures. I'm sure you looked stunning, girl." I said, "Go forth and slay," and I'm sure she did.
Well,
since Lamide
Annie, maybe it depends on the kind of dress you're wearing, what the neckline is all about. But you know.
So you need to see the dress before
Yeah,
you
I
can
need
give
to see
her
the dress, and then I can work something out for you.
And it's just follow your house. I'm sure you look great anyhow. You still don't know what they're saying.
Okay. And that's pretty much it. I mean,
right
for our social media roundup. Yeah.
So you watch our show?
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
Do you have any questions for us?
Or any comments?
Any comments?
Yeah, well, it's actually for Ebuka because he goofs around a lot on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, the first episode I saw, I wasn't sure what the show was about because I didn't even know the show had started.
Oh, okay.
Because because both of you were sitting down and he was just throwing balls and running around and then he'll go to the counter and lean over. So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's the theme of the show. But it's actually a nice show. It's a laid back show.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Yeah, and I don't mean to pick on him because he's my guy. We go way back, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea of the show to
just be laid
we
back.
reinvented
It's actually lovely, yeah.
Yes, we did.
There is no show like that actually.
anywhere in the world. Okay, I don't know about it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
I mean, we've gotten
flat.
sort of emails.
Yeah.
We've seen tweets. We've seen newspaper articles of people across the continent trying to copy the format.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys
We got a mail from
original.
Rwanda telling something
Yes.
along the lines of, "We'd like to replicate this."
Yeah.
We saw an article of a show in South Africa where
Yeah.
they referenced this and saying, "This is what we want you guys to do." Stuff
Wow,
like
you
that.
guys
So
are going to syndication then. Okay.
we have just started a revolution.
Yeah.
They're going to see more guys leaning on.
Counters all across Africa are not safe. They shall be leaned on. You know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a quick break now. When we'll come back, we're going to be rounding off the show. I know, another quick break, right? We'll see you guys in a moment. Don't mind that.
Welcome back. You guys are still watching this. But hopefully you've been having fun and joining in on the conversation online via Twitter, Facebook. You can always send us an email on entertainment@EbonyLifeTV.com. And of course, please don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, rate, watch, and share. I think I got that all right.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I did. All right. I mean, we've been talking about tourism in Africa, but mostly we've actually really been talking a lot about Inagbe. And I'd like to ask everyone, but we're going to start with you. If not here, obviously, what's your favorite vacation spot in Africa or outside of Africa, and why?
Wow. Well, I would
have a
say
list.
I would say outside of Africa.
Okay.
Now, I'm not being.
It's all right.
Okay, well, outside
Show
of
off,
Africa.
show off.
Yeah,
The world is one.
I would, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure, tell yourself that.
and I would say Disneyland.
Oh, really? I
yeah.
still want to
Yeah.
go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
And I feel like I'd have so much, a lot more fun as an adult than I would have as a kid. I think.
Yeah, because then you can go on like the real death-defying like roller coasters and stuff. That's
Yeah.
the best. Love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
that's good.
Disneyland.
Disneyland's a good one. That's a great one.
Gosh, my best vacation.
It doesn't have to be somewhere you've been. Anywhere
Yeah, it can actually
want
be
to
where
go.
you would like to
well,
go.
I've always said to myself that I'd love to see more of Africa.
Okay.
I've only ever been to, Johannesburg, Ghana, Nigeria, and that's it. I'm working on the rest. But Namibia is where I'd love to go.
Oh, okay.
I actually saw a few pictures on, she was the winner of Big Brother Africa, Delish.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was a picture of her at this hotel that was literally at the edge of a canyon.
wow.
She stepped out of her room
and she was
I was just like, oh my gosh, this beauty is in Africa. I have to go.
Yeah. Namibia
So-
has a lot of sand dunes and all
Oh,
of that.
it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Me sticking with Africa as well. I think I've talked about North Africa a lot. I've never been to North Africa. I've been to all of the other regions,
countries, okay.
but never North. Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, those look
yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
So anywhere in North Africa, I'd love to visit.
Well, I have a second place.
Oh, okay, where?
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look great?
Yes,
Like Morocco
yes.
just is beautiful.
Morocco
There's
has
so
too
many
many
places.
things.
There's
Everywhere is
too many
beautiful.
places.
Colorful, yeah.
Gosh, beautiful.
Great.
Here in Africa, I would really, really like to go to, it's weird, right? Anyway, sorry. I'd like to go to Uganda. And that's people don't really say Uganda because it's kind of small. It's next to Rwanda, but I've been to Rwanda and I met people from Uganda, and they were actually the ones that made me want to go to Uganda because they were just so friendly and they just were talking up their country or storm about all the great things there are to do there and see there, and just how the people are so warm and friendly. And so it made me interested in wanting to go and see, oh wow, what it would be like. A favorite place that I have visited, gosh, it's a tough one. Maybe Rwanda. Just because, you know, there was a lot for everyone. Kind of like, not if you want to be sad, but the history is celebrated with the Genocide Museum, and then there's the, you know, going to see the gorillas in the mountains and stuff like that. So
that's also the beauty of tourism. You can sell mostly anything.
Yeah.
Like people go to Rwanda to relieve the genocide and all that. People go to Ghana to relieve the slave trade. You know, so whatever it is you have, as long as you can sell it enough. I mean, Nigeria has slave places in Badagry, but everybody goes to Ghana instead of here. So it depends on how you put it together and make people come see it.
True.
Yeah. So anything can be made into a revenue earner.
Yeah.
So we just need to learn, like I said,
we
how
need to figure it out. We need to figure out, you
packaging.
know, yeah. And I think that, you know, we have a new government, you know, kind of, or at least we have new leadership at the top. Our president is, you know, so I know a lot of people have written letters. You know how everyone always writes a letter to a new president, open letter to the president. On media, I've seen on entertainment, like acting, Nollywood. But I haven't seen on tourism. I feel like someone needs, I'm not going to be the one to write it, but I mean, I feel like someone maybe should write a letter about tourism, because it's really with policies and infrastructure that you then boost tourism. So that once we were able to fix that, then I think that will be
I think that it's actually a good point, because I you know it's a bit discouraging that the government has not really, you know, paid attention. A whole lot of attention, actually. You know, they pay attention, but I think they need to pay more attention.
Because, like you said, with tourism, it's not necessarily funding; it's a sort of policies that you put forward as a government.
Exactly. I mean, and like I said earlier, you know, if you look at most Western countries, I mean, the revenue they generate from tourism it's
unbelievable.
Massive.
It's crazy.
And for us to only have 12%, that's very low with what we have.
Yeah. Well, we could definitely do better.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, on that note, it looks like we're actually at the end of today's episode. It went by really fast.
It did.
But it's been really great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And, well, signing out from Inagbe Grand Resort and Leisure for today. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. We'll still be here. You guys have a nice night.
Time for the real.
Cheers to you.
I will go for a swim.
Okay, we should take a selfie. No, I've cut you out. Okay, there we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And another. See now, why you look so tender? Yeah.